How do you know when you're lying?
Dad?
Fire, Dad!
You're out of practice.
Fire, Dad, did it!
You know the number one rule is I click the button and you just don't talk until I say fire with Dad.
You didn't do nothing.
I clicked the button and then you say, well, how do we know we're like fire with Dad? Like you're having a seizure. Like you had an aneurysm or some shit.
Well, I thought we were already lying. I messed it up. Fire with Dad, did it!
That's an inadvertent fire with Dad.
Okay.
So here's the funny thing. Me and Peter's back here filming. Peter, say what's up. Me and Peter are at lunch. Was that yesterday? At Dixie Chili? Tuesday with Dixie Chili with him. We're driving back to the office down 42 in Florence. Me and Peter in the car chilling. And this car rolls up next to us and goes, and puts the window up and just keeps going. So you just randomly drive by people, put your window down and go, hey, you just left us. Now he's going to choke. Now you're going to choke on me. Okay, what are we talking about today? Because I want to get back to work, and you're just interrupting my day.
Our train ride, baby. Father's Day train ride.
Yeah, I gotta look up what we're doing. So we're going. Tell what you have found.
Well, it's a luxury train ride for 2 days. It started out in Denver. We started at 7 o'clock in the morning. They feed us breakfast and lunch. And then they put us up on a
and the train starts at 7 in the morning?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Good thing we're flying in Saturday.
Hell yeah.
So here, let's see. I'm gonna look where we're going. So we are leaving.
And then we go to called Springswood or Springsbrook or something for overnight. And then the next day we go and we get on the train. We go to Mojave Desert.
Is that what it's called?
It's an Moab. Mojave.
Moab.
Moab Desert.
Moab, Utah.
Yeah, but it's in the desert.
Oh, okay. It's in Mojave.
I thought it was a Mojave Desert.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna look and see if I can find our trip.
Oh, I can get it in 2 seconds.
I got it right here. I'm looking. Because it's the Rocky Mountaineer, and it's like a luxury train. I upgraded us. We get access to this little car where you can go chill and read books and shit.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Cha-ching, baby.
So let's see. Here we go. 2 days, 1 night. This is us. So we are leaving Denver. We're stopping in Glenwood Springs.
Glenwood Springs and they feed us dinner, I guess, and we have a motel room.
What country is Glenwood Springs in?
It's on the borderline of the United States, the borderline of Colorado and Utah.
Okay, so to make sure you knew the right country.
United States.
We're going to the Arches National Park, and we end in Moab.
And then we're stuck there forever because there's no way out of Moab.
Yeah. So if you ever go to Moab, so here's what happened. I booked this trip for us. This was your birthday gift, right?
Birthday and Father's Day.
Also, it's Dublin?
Dublin, baby.
Hell yeah, I ain't got to get you anything.
It's my birthday gift, but then because you did it on Father's Day, it's a double. It's a double
So I
whammy.
got to buy you shit for Father's Day?
Well, oh yeah. You got to still buy my same shit.
I'll get you a steak dinner.
Yeah, on the Moab trip.
Yeah. So I find this train trip, and it's this really cool car, and you basically are in the train for all day Sunday. You stop in wherever Glenwood Springs is at, Colorado. You stay the night there. You get up next morning, you drive all day, and then we get to Moab around 2 o'clock.
We don't drive. We're in the train.
Train. So we're in this train for a day and a half, 2 days. No big deal. I booked the train ticket. I didn't get on Delta. I had Sky Miles. I used my miles. I booked us a ticket from Cincinnati to Denver and then Salt Lake City because there's no airport really near there that goes in, at least with miles. I'm like
3 hour drive.
Yeah,
from
and it was
Moab
a nightmare couldn't get a plane into Moab very easily. So I picked Salt Lake City. Not a big deal. We'll rent a car.
Wrong.
Guess what they do not do in Moab?
They don't rent cars.
They don't rent one-way cars. You can only rent in city. So I'm like, yeah, be shitting me. So I literally try everything, can't find it. So then I call the rental car companies. No, they don't do that. So then I find a shuttle service, and they wanted $750 per person
only
to go from Moab to Salt Lake. And I'm like, well, like my dad, I thought about taking me and just leaving you there.
Okay.
But instead, I found an alternative. It ended up being like $200 for a bus. We're on a bus right now.
Well, what about just renting a car and taking it up to Salt Lake City and dropping it off and say, hey, I'm sorry.
I'm sure there's got to be some kind of ramifications for stealing a rental car.
Now we own the car?
Yeah, now it's ours. Yeah, so this is our car. Let's see what it says here. Depart Denver and travel on board Rocky Mountaineer. Cross the Continental Divide as you take in spectacular views of rugged canyons and the Colorado River before arriving at a resort town of Glenwood Springs.
Cha-ching.
Resort, baby. Where did you see the time that we leave?
Says 7 o'clock. I ran the thing that you sent me. You sent me that.
Oh, okay. So that's what we're doing. So what are some of the videos? You said you've watched some videos.
I watched the videos, and it's got pictures of all the different things you're supposed to see. Of all
So the video had pictures?
Well, you can see the mountainsides and all the.
Oh, so the video had footage.
That we're going into the desert area.
Okay.
And it's pretty. I'm pretty impressed. I can't wait.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? Well, by the way, why are we going on this? Because you're a big train freak, right?
Oh yeah, I love trains.
What was your nickname?
Well, it was Dwayne's Train when I ran for president.
It was Dwayne the Train.
That's right. Dwayne's Train, baby.
Dwayne's Train, baby.
As a matter of fact, I got this Lorinda for one of my holidays, Christmas, birthday, or Father's Day or something. Had somebody made stained glass train.
I remember that. Where's that at?
Hanging on my bed in our family room.
You ought to wear that around a neck, like a necklace, like
I thought I'll bring my train whistle. I got a train whistle. I thought about bringing that.
You're gonna bring a train whistle on a train.
Yeah. Woo! So it goes. Woo!
Okay, so we're gonna go live. We'll do a Fire with Dad from the train.
Oh yeah, got to.
And we're gonna go live and Father's Day. When is that? 2 weeks? 2 Sundays?
No, next Friday we're leaving here. We're out of here.
Not this Friday. Next
Friday.
Okay, next Saturday.
Tomorrow's next Friday.
No.
I mean, tomorrow's Friday.
I know what tomorrow is.
It's a week from Friday.
We're leaving Saturday.
Right.
You just said Friday.
Well, to me, I'm leaving Friday. I got to go to your house and stay all night at your house.
Okay.
So I'm leaving Friday night.
If I invite you.
Exactly.
Okay. So there we go. We're leaving next Saturday. He's staying at my house apparently Friday night.
We're flying into Denver.
Flying in Denver. Going to hang out in Denver all day.
And then this train leaves Sunday morning at 7. Okay. And then the one thing I can't figure out is how long the train ride is on Monday.
It's not long because we get there at 2 o'clock. It says you arrive between 2 to 4.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now one of the kind of neat thing was this. One of the trips they had to actually stay. Apparently, one of the spots I had was this. The train drives 30 miles an hour.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So guess what? Other trains are using that same track. So apparently on the one trip, they had to go to a side track and let the other train go by.
That's what it talks about. That's why it says on Monday, we'll arrive between, I think it was like 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. because they tell you to make sure not to connect your flight because they don't know what trains they will encounter. I thought you were going to do one of those problems in 8th grade from like the SAT or whatever, like the train leaves here at 30 miles an hour.
When does it arrive?
When does it arrive? The next one is the Canada ones look really cool.
Yeah, the Canada one is really neat too. There's also one that
Are you allowed in Canada?
I would assume so.
Okay, I didn't know.
I didn't start any forest fires.
Okay. Well, Jesus, is there a forest fire?
Oh yeah, there's 400 of them.
400.
If you see New
Where's
York,
Smokey?
You've seen New York?
No, I
can't even see New York. They canceled all the flights in New York and Philadelphia because the ground is almost the same color. The sky is the same color as our shirt. You can't see 2 feet in front of you.
I haven't heard that.
And there's 400 fires, and apparently the wind is blowing from north to south, and so it's gone all the way through Pennsylvania and New York and that whole area.
This would be funny. Justin said, "Rent a Razor and drive." God, that would be some. Your butt bone would be hurting riding a Razor.
Get a dune buggy, baby. Get a dune buggy.
All right, well, I'm done with you. I got work to do. So you got to end this with Fire with Dad.
Fire with Dad, baby.